Hello, and welcome to another Fallout 76 episode. This is another build at a secret location that you can camp episode. This is a Raider Tower that is south of Sunnytop Station, right on the railway track between Sunnytop Station and the observatory. So if you go to Sunnytop Station, just head south on the railway track and you will find it. Unfortunately, every time it seems that I have to build, it's dark. So this was a rather tough build because I wasn't sure if I could reach the top of the tower. So let's begin. So I'm moving the camp around to make sure I can get that tower up on the right and the tower here all within the same green zone to build. Now, I can look up top and I can see that the doors are boarded up. So I know there's not a building to get into, else there would have been an entrance. But I still want to see if I can make it all the way up there. So you just have to look around and with trial and error, take a look and see if you're within the build area you want to build in. And I think I'm pretty close. So what you're seeing is the blueprint build of the bunker house that's north of Harper's Ferry. And I'm going to go ahead and store everything and delete that blueprint. Now the blueprint is still there under blueprints. So all the items just go into your stored area so you can rebuild with those same components. So basically there's two sets of blueprints. Blueprints under stored that you can see there at the top, and then the blueprints saved to the right of that, and they are still there. There's all three of the last three builds I did. That's the bunker house I'm currently living in. That one I think was the tree house. No, that was the raft house thing that I built. That was fun. So I'd already been building for an hour, so I deleted all of the base and everything, and I'm just going to go straight up with a few sets of stairs to try to reach that pipe between the two structures. So now it's telling me that the budget has already been exceeded. Even though I've deleted the blueprints under stored, it's now time to delete any excess items I may have in stored that I won't be using here. So there are obviously multiples of everything. So now I should have enough resources to continue building after going through and deleting any multiples. So that's good. Okay, let's see how high we can get up here to this pipe without hitting the ceiling of the game. I'm trying to get to that platform. So just remove that and see if I can either put down a floor or turn the stairs and continue in a spiral. Even if you don't need the bases, just lay them out so you won't fall off the edge like I did a couple of times. You can get so involved over an hour or two that you just slip off the edge and die and have to start over again. Or sorry, respawn, not start over. And these stairs drive me crazy because sometimes they'll snap to the edges. I want it to snap to the center of the floor. So sometimes you have to change your direction just to accommodate placement of the stairs. See, I like it there, but I want it further down. And sometimes it just drives me crazy that I cannot just place it right in the center of the board. This is why it takes so long sometimes. So here, I'm outside the build area. And I have a look down, and yes, I am. So I can't build up on top of that smaller tower, shorter tower. Now to try and get up to this tower. So I took some time to go all the way around, and I noticed the ladder. Now in Fallout 4, you could climb ladders if you pushed up against them and climb at the same time. So of course I had to try. So this took another hour just to get all these boards all the way around. So in case I fell, I didn't fall all the way down. And we'll see if we can get to the top. And unfortunately, after all that building, the answer is no. But at least I tried. This is what keeps the game interesting to me, is going to these locations just to see if you can get all the way to the top of a tower and build, or not. So I tore everything down, and you have to disassemble in reverse order of your build. You can't just start at the bottom and rip out pieces and leave pieces floating. You have to begin by dismantling everything in reverse order and starting the build again. So what I've done here is I've moved the starting foundation block, the very first block, back further so I can put up the 3 sets of stairs and still have room to build the walls near this red pipe. So I managed to get it that high off the ground, but at this point, trying to put the floor in, I've reached the ceiling of the game. Now I wish I had thought of it. I was so involved in building. More than likely, if I had placed the camp maybe inside one of those railway cars, that would have given me a little bit more height to reach above here and maybe on top of that first tower. So if anybody does try it and it actually works, let me know. And again, if the larger floor pieces don't work, then you have the narrow, then you have the small quarter-size squares. Just try fitting them. Sometimes they work, and sometimes not. Sometimes you get the green, you push the button, and it still says the item is floating or interacting with an existing piece. But you never know until you try. That one worked. That one went green, but still wouldn't allow the placement. So it took a smaller piece. So at this point, I have all the flooring down. And now it's time to put up some walls. I only hope I have enough clearance to do that. So I think it's kind of cool. I think it blends well with the existing structure. So I'm just going into my stored metal walls that I have and see what I can do. And it's looking like it's all green. Yes, it just makes the height. So in this instance, I was deciding whether or not I wanted to put the walls up and have the light bounce off so I wouldn't have to put a generator. But I was afraid that I was going to fall, between the pipe and the edge of the flooring. So I had to go and test that out. So here I'm okay. But not there. So yes, walls have to go up there, or I'm going to continually fall through the flooring and the gap. So now I'm out of all the stored walls that I have, so now I have to dip into my steel and continue the build. At least for that last piece. Now I'm going to remove all of this since we can't access that ladder. And here I am deciding how much of a balcony I wanted to keep out here, but still stay within the build budget. So I ended up just removing all of it except for one piece. And here's a quick tour of what the inside looks like before I start placing down all the workbenches. I was pretty happy with it. Disappointed that I couldn't get higher up on the tower, but I think I did okay in this build. Put one of the security doors on. And yes, I'm still looking for powered doors. I did find Graham again and his Charlie the Moo Moo, but they did not have any of the powered doors for sale. Since there's still a glitch in the big rolling garage door that's powered, I'm still looking for the keypad powered garage doors from the trading super mutant Graham. And unfortunately, I could not put a roof on because of the ceiling height that I hit in the game. I kind of wanted a roof, but at this point, I'm like, okay. I got this far after like 2.5 hours. You're seeing about 20 minutes of what I ended up doing, but there was quite a lot of building here and tearing down and building and tearing down till I got to this point. And there you have it. I thought that the metal building blended well with the tower, and that was the final look. I hope you enjoyed the build video. Here it is, between Sunnytop Station and the observatory.